Hi guys. Um, I'm gonna try to make a Wi-Fi module with an Arduino Pro Mini. Uh, Now I can't remember the Wi-Fi name. It's not the ESP8266. I'm gonna try to make a web server out of one of these later on, but I don't have the components right now, so it's gonna be in a month or two. Uh, it's actually called 24I01, NRF 24I01. Uh, so it's actually this module I'm going to be using. And also these headers are going to line to these 8 pin headers. And I'm going to try to, I'm going to program this board with a FTTI programmer, or what's it called. And then I'm going to use a micro USB to give it power and just to power it. So when you have the program running, it should be self-sufficient. And by doing that, I may be able to create many small projects and just attach a micro USB cable instead of having my programmers locked up in projects. So that's the idea. I'm gonna see how I can do it and so on and so forth. Uh, this has been done before, so I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel. I just like to do crazy things that other people have done and maybe improve or go another direction. But I mean, the heavy lifting has been done, and I saw this manic bug, and he has a nice tutorial how he uses a breadboard, how he and how you connect the breadboard. So I'm gonna try to make a PCB because I have a CNC machine, and I'm just starting to understand a little bit about eaglecad, and I'm gonna try to make a PCB for this project. Uh, and That's what I'm gonna do right now. So, disclaimer, I'm not an electrical engineer. I'm just a hobbyist maker that lives in the northern of Sweden, and I like to do stuff. So I'm gonna do things wrong, and you can point them out, and you can help me improve on the things I do wrong. I like to learn stuff. Okay, so I'm guessing ground goes to ground. And you have a net connection, and you also have a wire connection. And the last time I tried to get G code into from eaglecad, I used wire. So I think that's what I should do. So let's try it. Or wait, that's radius. No, it should be wires. and it should be okay. Nets, don't know what it is, but I'll do it anyway. RxTX. Oh well. Uh, right now, I need to fresh up on USB micro. Arduino. Connection. Images. Do you see any? No, only the programmers. Ah. Power on Arduino. USB. Okay. I don't want to see an Arduino with an existing micro USB. I want to connect a micro USB to get power. Micro USB. Micro B, maybe. That's what it's called. Okay. VCC D plus D minus D plus ID ground. So actually V bus seems to be a voltage bus. So then I'm gonna supply 5 volts, 5 volts to the V bus, and hopefully that will work. I will hit escape in order to make the connection, and I will also use ground, and TXRX are ground. There it should be, and I connect it. And I saw a clip of I think it was Adam Sandler, Mythbusters. He used a junction in order to make sure that the connection was solid. So that can be a good thing when you don't know what you're doing. And also, now I'm gonna show the schematics again. So we're gonna use pin 12, 13, 11. I don't think, oh no, 10. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we can start with CE pin. Oh wait, I have to check my okay. How should I do this? I should label my my header. It's an 8-pin header because the on NRF24I01 uses non-breadboard friendly pin output. Here you can go and change the name. You should be able to change the name, but you can't. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Move this, move. Okay. Now I'm gonna just VCC 1. Second one is ground. And now I'm gonna, we can do that. Shift enter, okay. Pressing shift enter. Actually, if I use, okay. The third one is gonna be CSN. Don't know what it does, but it seems to be connected. Fourth is CE. And the fifth is Musi. That's the fifth. And the sixth is going to be SCK. SCK. And the seventh is an IRQ connection. But in this example I'm following right now, it doesn't use it. So I don't have to use it. Okay. No. So, and the 8th and last pin, it's going to be miso. It's like the miso soup you get when you go to a sushi bar. But I'm guessing this does something else. Now I have 2 text fields and I only want to keep one. And then I go to delete and I delete it just by left clicking. Okay, so now we know where the connection should be. So from I have to check the rating. Regulator. Okay. They seem to be using a voltage regulator to drop the current from 5 volts to. But here's an example when they use VCC from a micro and they don't use a drop down. So, okay. I mean, these guys, they cost like $3. And for this one, or the 2 ones I have, I mean, they'll work at 5 volts, but maybe they won't last 10 years. They maybe only will last 2 years or 3 years, but I'm okay with that. But actually, yeah, the first iteration, because when I get the breadboard or the PCB milled, it's not gonna be great the first time, so I can make it iterations. So when it comes to assembling this thing, I maybe have some other components that divides the voltage from 5 to 3 volts. So, but right now I'll connect the 5 volt to pin number 1. Yay! And the second one is going to ground. Yay! Okay, oh, why did I do that? Okay, I'll still need to check. CSN is going to pin 10, and that's the third one. So pin 10 is there. So we're gonna okay. The fourth is CE, and it's going to pin number 9. And now every other connection is going here. I'm gonna rotate this one like that. I'm gonna move these lines to make them better. I'm also gonna move this one. And I'm also gonna move this one. It's still gonna be a problem. Oh well. I was trying to, these ones gonna overlap because these are the pin headers I'm gonna use. But I don't think it's gonna be perfect in this. I mean, I'm still learning eaglecad. So okay. So we have the fourth pin connected. Now we're going to do the MOSI, and it's going to pin 11. So the fifth is going to the 11th. Okay, so instead of moving, I'm gonna make a new one. And it's going to the fifth. Now I can move this one maybe a bit. Okay. And also, now we're going to the sixth, and it's the SCK, and it's going to pin 13. Okay, and now the seventh, that was the IRQ pin. It's not used, so maybe later I'm gonna use it for something. I don't know really what it does, but MISO I need. And it's going into pin 12. So I'm gonna connect it like that. I don't know if I have to do this, but I'll do it anyway. Better to be safe than sorry. Okay. So now we should be able to switch view by switching to a board layout. And because this is the first time, we don't have a board layout. So Eagle will create it from this schematic. And we'll say yes. And I'm using the free version of eaglecad. So this is my work area. And all I have to do right now is move my connections in. Okay. And actually, I'm gonna check a thing. TXRX. So this seems to be where the USB should be. And oh wait, why? I'm thinking about having the header here. So if it works out the way I want it to, I'm actually going to be able to. Why do you overlap? Okay. That should be fine. That should be fine. Pin 10, 9. Okay. Okay, I have to hold down the mouse button. But I have to switch back because these pins, they're wrong. They don't go there. You have to power the board. But you don't power the board. This is outputs, not inputs. Duh. So, and how the hell do I get... Okay. Okay, no worries. Now I'm actually doing something that you don't really see, but I'm gonna do it. Let's try to make it. Okay, we can start by doing a route, and I'll select ground. I'm saying I want the ground. Okay, that's going that way. I have to make it like this. And the 9th pin should be able to go here, because I don't really use these for this project right now. Maybe I'll use them in a later stage, but then the damage already done. So I'm gonna change the size of this breadboard, and also right now uh, it can be like that. Okay. By the way, this is my first Google Hangouts Air, so I'm gonna try to the 5 volts should go there. That one and that one goes there. Okay. I'll start with okay, this one. I'm gonna be sneaky with this one. I'm gonna say, okay, you go there. And also, okay, you go there. And the 11th. Da, 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 da. I have to make the connection. Also like that. And now you see I have a problem. This one needs to go to this one. And I'm gonna use one layer of a PCB, not two. Because, oh wait, why am I doing the bottom? Okay, I'm doing the bottom. No problem. Okay, mistake I did right now is I'm using the bottom layer instead of the top layer for my connections. So I'm gonna mill it upside down. Yay! But now I have to... How the hell should I do this? And also, my router, I'm using a 30 degrees drill bit or a engraving bit. So I can't really make too close between the paths. So, oh well. This one I actually can do, so I'm doing it. But how the hell? Also, if you right click, you change how they behave. So you can draw a line. Okay, now I can't really connect anything else. Oh, why not? Okay. If I do... Okay. I'm going into grid, display. I live in Sweden, so I don't use inches. And my drill size right now is in inches. No, it's not. Yay. I'm gonna use a 1 millimeter drill to. You can't place a V on pad, okay? Why the hell you can't place a V on pad? Okay. Oh wait, that's wrong. Hold. And instead of 0.6, it's 1 millimeter, and I'm gonna drill, and that's wrong. Also, I'm gonna drill, 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 drill. And now I'm gonna, okay, I'm gonna drill. I'm gonna drill like crazy. Okay. Because the Arduino has pin headers. And this one is for the USB connection or the programmer. So I'm gonna try to. Oh, this is hard, but fun. Because these ones, they have male headers in one direction, and in the opposite direction, you have 90 degrees male headers. So I think I'm gonna desolder them and replace them with the same male headers. And if I want to develop this board even more, I actually can have the USB connection from RT232 to USB, and then I already have the USB. So, but that's like version 10. So, um, so actually, by looking at my Pro Mini, I see that this one is the ground, and this one is the 5 volts. But I don't really seem to be able to connect them. So what if I'll do a line? Okay, it works. How cool is that? Okay. I have to check. Where was it? Where was the micro USB that gave me a eureka moment? Okay. A micro USB is VCC D minus D plus ID and ground. So now I'm gonna switch back. So this is the ground. ID we have, and it's a data thing. D minus and D plus is the V bus. So first and last, okay. So the first one is ground. And the first one goes to contestants number 3. Oh, how should I do that? Okay, this may or may not work. Ah, it's the grid that screwed me. Okay, Uh, when you use the grid, you have spacing in order to get your components in the right place. But if you use finest and you hold Alt, then you will be able to, I mean, now it's following the grid, and that's bad. That's not hitting. But if I hold Alt, I can change it. So I'm gonna try to do that. Okay. But how the beep do I connect? uh, okay. Oh my god, did I? Okay, didn't really work, but okay. But for my configuration, that's wrong because I use that side, I use that side, and I use these two. So that's wrong. Uh, this one doesn't have anything. This one is seems to be a ground, but no. Is the spacing right? I mean, will it blend? I think there's a difference on my board from these spacings and these spacings. So I don't really think this is gonna work. So in conclusion, I'm not gonna do it. Or actually I could. I mean, I'm gonna drill the holes. So I know this is gonna be wrong, but sure, let's do it wrong. That's okay. And now, instead of going there, I'm gonna do a little super duper. And now, um, based on these results, I think it's not gonna work, but I'm gonna try it anyway because this is a learning experience. So what I'm gonna try to do is actually the important part that tells eaglecad how it should look or be connected. If that's wrong, I actually can make a new part, or I will try to learn how to modify an existing part. Because these ones are correct, or they should be correct, and these ones. But these ones, actually my board looks more like this. Okay. Uh, this hole doesn't exist. This hole doesn't exist. These spacings are right, but I think they're No, they should be. No, it's 3, 6. Oh, wait. That's the problem. On this line, there are 7 with 2.54 spacing. On my Arduino, it's a clone by the way, you only have 6 pins. So the spacing have these 6 has to be pushed up 1.27, I think. So, but I'm not gonna do it right now. Now I'm gonna do another thing. So I'm gonna change the board so it actually fits. Now I'm gonna make it bigger. It's not centered. Should I move this one without destroying anything? I will do. And now comes the fun part. What I'm gonna do now is run a script, and instead of eagle, I'm gonna document PCB code, setup, open. Don't really have done any changes. Okay. 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 But how the beep? So now I should be able to check documents, PCBG code, and where is my output? Run UP machine, my output, board path, board name. Okay, so inside of Eagle, inside of the project, I actually now have CNC files. So Camotics. I'm gonna documents eagle shield dish. So bottom edge. That's the magic. But oh, there's a left mouse button. So my router is going to do this etching. And hopefully it's right. But I don't really know if it is. So because okay. Now I'm gonna try the second one, and I think it's the top drill. And here you see all the drill points that it's gonna make. So you have first the Arduino. That's wrong. These headers are wrong. But if I can make it so it actually fits, and I can see that the connections actually work, I'm a happy camper. So I think I'm gonna try to do that. And maybe I'll share it with you later, like next Sunday, or maybe I'll do another hangout. Because internet is about sharing, and making is about sharing. So I mean, without forums, YouTube, a lot of creativity and knowledge would be lost. So this is a fun thing for me. Try to explain it for you, and also by explaining it and having a conversation, I'll manifest my knowledge or lack of knowledge in some parts, but they become more tangible. So I hope you guys have a great day. If anyone will watch this, but I'm gonna make it anyway. Have a great day. Bye. Someone's actually watching. I don't really know how Google Hangouts work, so can't really chat with you, but thanks for watching. Have a great day.